We are back. I'm kidding. It's over. It's Jover. It's over because we're back. Yeah, there we go. Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Eddie, and man, that was a slog to get through. Even for Rent-A-Girlfriend standards, that was a slog. Not even Best Girl Sumi could save this episode from being painfully mediocre. Anyhow, we're here at episode 10, and it appears that the story has finally begun tilting the other way. So yeah, I'll just talk about episode 10 now. Yeah, that's it for the intro. What did you expect, guys? So I guess we're back to the usual Rent-A-Girlfriend shenanigans. After such a great last 9 episodes too. Honestly, last 11 if you consider that the last 2 episodes of season 2 are also pretty good. So, if there's something I've never complained about in Rent-A-Girlfriend, it's the pacing. Like, sure, the story may be a narrative mess, but the structure of the story itself wasn't uniquely terrible. It was just the characters, not the structure. And yet, for some reason today, I feel like the story was just a slog. The pacing was really off. The whole story went by incredibly fast, and I mean that in the worst way possible. I don't mean that like Chainsaw Man style, or like those like ultra fast-paced animes that like manage to deliver like whammy after like a banger after like a like just a rapid succession of like plot points and manage to like just enthrall us into the story. I just mean it went by and I'm like, wait, did something happen? Did something happen? Did something go by? The Sumi date was cute, but it just felt incredibly condensed. Like, I was reading a summary rather than actually watching it. It felt a little paraphrased, like they were rushing it or something. I mean, yeah, the characters in the story were rushing, but that's not an excuse to rush the story. You can rush the characters and have a fast pace. You can rush the characters and still have a, story that feels lived in. Also, this is I don't want to say slice of life, but this isn't like an action. This isn't like an action. You shouldn't take this sort of story too quickly, or else it's going to look like a soap opera. Although, I actually admit, Rent-A-Girlfriend basically is a soap opera, so what I'm saying. But what am I saying? But then again, even soap operas tend not to be this poorly paced most of the time. One thing I actually have to say I did enjoy, though, was probably the train ride. For some reason, we had Mammy explaining the match game, or chopsticks as I called it here. I in the script it says as chopsticks as we call it here in the US, but someone said that they called it the sticks game somewhere else, and they were also in the US, so maybe the game has many different names. I honestly don't know at this point. Anyhow, seeing Mammy, that was pretty funny. Like, it's been a while since we've seen Mammy. And even then, like, we were just getting, like, a single glimpse, like, a little cameo of her. So, seeing her right here in the last place that we would expect was just seeing the Agent of Chaos herself explaining the goddamn match game, I gotta admit, was pretty freaking hilarious. I'm a little sad we're not getting to see Mammy in, like, any actual, like, plot-related, like, in any plot-related sense. But, again, seeing Mammy here was just so hilarious that I'm not complaining. What was funnier than Mammy explaining the sticks game was Kazuya orgasming every time Sumi taps his finger, or he taps Sumi's finger. Kazuya, dude, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? I mean, it was kind of weird, but then again, it's also like prime Rent-A-Girlfriend shitpost material, so it's all good. Also, gags like Kazuya imagining him and Sumi being gloomy on the beach is pretty funny too. Oh, and Sumi is precious as usual. Her trying to yell at the top of the tower, but just letting out a little squeak and failing was absolutely adorable, because Sumi truly is best girl of this anime. I feel like Mizuhara did, like, seriously pull ahead due to the fact that she's, because of all the character development she's had, and Yaemori has been an agent of chaos, but just like Mammy, although I guess in a supportive way as opposed to Mammy's destructive way. But ultimately, I feel like of all the people here, if I genuinely like had to like be friends with one in real life, I'd probably take Sumi. Grandma Sayori also seems cool. But, you know, Sumi's amazing. Honestly, the biggest takeaway from the date was the scene on the beach during the sunset. Like, gorgeous art, by the way. And Sumi telling Kazuya that he should cheer Mizuhara up. It did feel a little overdramatic, though, and part of me just feels like the lesson learned here could also, like, it feels like a lesson you'd learn out of a children's book or something like that. Is it just me? Am I the only one? I don't know. That's just how I felt personally. The rest of the episode was Kazuya just blowing Ruka off and then slaving away at his job so that, you know, he could make more money to rent Mizuhara with. I'm serious. That's his resolve. That's the way he's gonna cheer her up. Kazuya Kinoshita unironically decided it's renting time and decided to rent all over the place. That's what happens. Honestly, I feel like as much as I loved seeing Sumi, I feel like this entire episode was unnecessary because last episode, okay, now that I look back at it, I didn't know what was going on at the time, but it looked like the thing he was doing with us, he was renting Sumi, right? We could have just said that he rented Mizuhara because that's what happens at the end of the episode. Like, this episode wasn't necessary. We could just say that Kazuya figured it out on his own. And then just... Oh my god. Why do I even with this... Why do I even with this show? Well, I mean... As I said last week, someone told me that we still have some decent material ahead of us, so... I'm not going to completely throw this into the gutter yet and just go 100% ironic mode and just start watching it for the shits and giggles, but I don't know. I'm slowly losing hope. I haven't completely lost hope yet, but I'm kind of losing it. Here's to hoping the next episode will be much better because, my god, this one was, it was, I don't know. Personally, I'm not so confident. The standard YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe, comment, smash bell. Sky's up, and I'll see you all in the next video.